Hey Scorpio, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for September 28th, 2022. This is for Scorpio. Last shuffle coming for Scorpio and all Scorpio placements. Just know if this video goes over a certain time constraint on different platforms that I'm on, actually, know that the extended will always be on YouTube, okay? Playing it safe and conflict here. So there's something that is like conflicting or not actually coming together in the way that you planned. So you may intend on playing it really safe. You may not say too much or do too much. You may lay very low. And what was this? I hope this wasn't Five of Wands because it looked like that's what it was, and it is. Five of Wands here. So there is definitely a conflict. There is definitely some sort of power struggle or some sort of struggle going on in your situation. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Sun. Could be dealing with a Leo, doesn't have to be here. But this playing it safe energy is like you're going to be honest, you're going to be true. The best thing to do is put your best face forward and be honest. And that's where you're at. You're just like, listen, I'm just going to tell you the truth, and I'm gonna let the truth handle, or deal, like let the truth set you free in a sense, right? But the conflict with the Page of Swords is that you may be watching, even though you're letting the truth do what it does, either you're being watched or and scrutinized in some way, or you're watching. Five of Pentacles flipped out, so you may be ignored as well. Five of Pentacles and this Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. There may be some communication, okay? And it may be while you're at home that you're getting this communication, and it may have to do with, it may be that the communication is very short. Okay. You're playing it safe, and I don't like the playing it safe energy, and I say the reason why with the Eight of Swords, okay? But so either way, you have the Five of Pentacles, we have the Five of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Eight of Wands, and you have the Ace of Swords, the Sun, Eight of Swords, Fool. I would say this, right, on the surface out, and what fell out. I'm stuttering. It's the Mercury retrograde. It always does this to me, I swear. Eight of Wands and Five of Wands would tell me that there's been maybe contentious communication. So you may be engaged in some sort of maybe an argument, could be, and then a Cold War. And it could be a Cold War based on words spoken in the heat of the moment. And it may be at home that this happens. It may be something where the argument has to do with how you may have been triggered. Someone they came in with a lot of maybe trying to control the situation, something like that, and it blew you. You just blew up. You guys both are just like, you said some things, and now I don't want to talk to you. Playing it safe with the Ace of Swords, the Sun, the Fool, and the Eight of Swords. It's almost like this. You're just gonna let the truth fly. The truth that you see what's going on. It concerns you because you may feel stuck. So you're playing it safe, like, I'm stuck in this situation at this point. So I'm just gonna be honest. Then screw it. If I have to be here, I'm gonna be, at least the one thing I'm gonna be is honest about something. The Sun is here, so that says that you're trying to find some happiness in this situation, but you're also allowing the truth to enlighten you to many things. You're playing it safe and just watching too. There's a conflict between wanting to act and watch. So that it's more, the strongest energy is that you want to act. You want to engage in something. Like this may be something, someone's saying something, maybe trying to put you between a rock and a hard place, maybe even trying to provoke you. And you are probably bursting to say something. I think that the conflict is, I don't think anyone wants to provoke Scorpio today. Scorpio may come out and say something that will rock you completely to the core. Simply because they are really going to be unabashedly honest. They're gonna, like, they don't care anymore. They're just like, you know what? I'm just going to go out on a limb and tell you about yourself now. But the conflict is to sit back and watch. Because and not to say anything. Like, realize that your hands, you may misinterpret some of this, and so it would be important to watch. The conflict is to be more curious about the situation rather than angry. curious about what in the world's being said, why anyone's acting the way they're acting, kind of thing. And so here, you may be playing it safe, thinking of all the worst case scenarios. I think that it's important to think about what could happen should you pop off, what would happen, right? It's one of those things. You're like, just be safe about this. Think about what could happen. You're not stuck, that's for sure. But don't allow yourself to think that you're stuck, or else you may come out with your claws, and just ready to engage with someone in that way. So this is very important to get out of that mind state. Realize that you're never stuck. As long as the sun is shining, you always have some blessing or something out here. The conflict, though, is like, I think people need to leave Scorpio alone today before they say what they really want to say to you. Taking steps with judgment and judgment. I think you are taking steps to see this situation for what it is and really, really evaluate what you're willing to sacrifice at this point, because you are going to make a decision. Things are being cleared out. Whenever the Sun and the Ace of Swords is here, then you have Judgment here twice. I would say you are taking steps. You may be well aware of a Mercury retrograde, usually, because Judgment comes out for me during the Mercury retrograde consistently. And it would tell me that you may be very, very well aware, or if you're not, it's important to inform yourself, to get yourself very well educated on that, because whatever is done during a Mercury retrograde can be very highly misunderstood. And especially if you choose to break up with someone, make some new moves, do something different, you may find yourself having to revisit the old a lot more than you would like after it ends, which I believe is on the 5th of October. And I'm not quite sure, don't quote me. But here we have a consciousness of lack with the Moon and the 8 of Cups. I think what you lack, you may, in your mind, what kicks all this off is that you feel very much so that you lack the clarity you need to make the decision to leave certain things behind that don't do any good for you. Like, there's certain things that just don't help, they don't do anything for you. And it's very difficult if you're focused more on what you don't have, and then not sure about that either. But that is being revealed. So because of the fact that that's on your mind, what you're doing is playing it safe, and it's very important at this point, right? Not to act. And now you see why that's a conflict. Not to act, not to be provoked into anger. Right now, it's time to be very curious about what the real truth is. Looking at everything from every angle, going, that's why they do that. Now, because when you're quiet and you play dumb, usually people overplay their hand. What happens in every superhero movie? They always catch the freaking superhero, right? And you're like, oh, that's it. Superman is dead. That's it. They got him tied to a rocket. What does this man do? He stands, Lex Luthor or whoever it was that he had to shut down. They tell their entire plan. They want Superman to know how stupid he is and how smart they are. And this is the kind of thing that will happen in this situation if you sit back and watch. And you sit back and you're like, oh, you don't say, kind of thing. Instead of getting angry at the harsh words of the competition, because somebody wants to struggle with you right now. Instead, and they're playing dirty too. It looks like they may be saying things or doing things that they may know trigger you. And so just listen to them. And you'll see that they're going to reveal every single little thing about their motive and what to do. And so you'll have an idea of what's missing in this situation if you stay quiet, okay? Give them the cold shoulder. They're going to burst at the seams and want to tell you so much stuff. So taking steps to making a very informed decision, because things are clearing out for you no matter what, but they want you to be strategic about that, okay? And then the conflict here. Do you act or do you watch? They say do not allow yourself to erupt in anger. Focus more on staying cool and calm and being very observant, all eyes and ears, very, very much so, especially with this risk of somebody trying to use something against you to make you angry. You could be dealing with a Cancer or a Leo. Could be a Cancer-Leo cusp. We have Aries. Ooh, and we have, Cancer again, of course. And we have Aquarius here as well. We have Leo, of course, but also could be A Sagittarius as well may not be there, but it's in your could be in your chart, or this could be, these signs could be in the chart of the person you're dealing with here. All right, so if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.